Hey guys, it's Keri, and welcome to Griftlands. So this is a new recent game that has been released by Clay. I have been dabbling with it for a while now already. Not very much, but for a little bit, just to kind of see what's up with it and what it's all about. And here's gonna be my run in the Griftlands. And here we go. Let's dig into it. So I haven't unlocked all the characters yet. I just recently unlocked him. I don't know who this is yet, but I've been playing as Sal, and she's the bounty hunter. And I've been trying to do the hunting Kashio story, but it's proving to be quite difficult. I've had to restart my run several times over, but you know what? It's a great game. I like the experiences that are happening with it, and I'm just gonna go straight into it. Let's do it. So, as you can see, I do have a couple upgrades here that because I've been playing it. It's helped me to progress farther inside of the story. I've not actually beaten this particular run at all. I've come close and then I've died at the end. But it's just something nice that I wanted to share with you guys because it does help that you, I guess, kind of play it out and you try to figure it out before you actually do everything. And then you start to unlock all of these different things like the outfits, a custom game, your decks for negotiation and for battle, and of course perks. Perks are super helpful to start off with. And just after playing and running through it and going through it over and over and over again, just trying to get all the perks that I can get in order to help me with my run and with the story. She actually doesn't start with this health and this resolve level, which will be important later on, because again, she's a character that I've started to work on and started to soup up a little bit. So she actually doesn't start with this in the base game when you're just starting out. But again, it's because I've had to play this multiple times, and we'll see how this run is. So let's get started. And I'm gonna do introduction because I like to restart in case I die. So I'm gonna be playing that level. And let's go. Let's get started.
You've pictured the revenge so many times. But what if she gets you first? What if someone else does? You scratch those thoughts out like lines on the paper. You're here for Kashio. That's the only way this story ends.
And so here we are. That's the beginning part of how everything's starting to play out. This is Fish, and she welcomes you, and it's back to the hunt for another day. So because I've already played through the story, we kind of skipped through the storyline and everything else. She's the Jake's bartender. She's basically the main character that you will be talking to and, interacting with a lot throughout this whole entire story. So it looks like you got plans to take on the biggest crime lord in the Bay, no matter what I might say to stop you. Just promise you won't do it without help. So she, I guess through restarting and replaying this game over and over, she gives you some options in order to start off with here, so it can help you on top of your journey. I'll go into what these things are later on, but basically, let's see, we got healing vapor cards, the book of Crowdyish poems, or cranial incision at a negotiation grab slot. So one of the things about this game is that you basically have two decks, a negotiation deck and a battle deck. And you also get relationships, so people either hate you, like you, dislike you, or love you, or people die because of you. It's a wise choice to try to get people to love you or like you inside of this game in case you need help, and they will help you if they're your friend. If people hate you, you get also bad debuffs for your character, which I try to avoid because it's hard enough as it is. So as you can see, like, this is already a debuff for the game. It's called Social Bane, and it's from having a troubled past. So you already lose 2 resolve and 2 maximum health, which is what you need in order to fight and in order to negotiate with other people. But I do get a social buff, and this is actually from Fish here. So she gives you 2 maximum resolve and 2 maximum health. So it kind of does balance out the other there, which, you know, I mean, I don't know why they put that in the game. I guess just because they could have done something else for fish and for the person who you're eventually going to work towards the kill. But, I mean, that's clay, right? This is your health bar, obviously. You can, if you run out of health, you die. So I'm playing the level where you can actually restart at the end of the day, but it's only one saving grace. If you use it up and you die again, that's it. You have to restart back from the beginning. You can recover your health when you sleep and when you consume certain foods. So money is important because you want to be able to buy food in order to recoup some health in the game, in case you know that something big is going to be coming and it's going to hurt you and attack you. Resolve. If you run out of resolve, you won't be able to negotiate. So you recover resolve when you sleep at night, when you consume beverages, and when you win fights. So resolve is how much is in you in order to negotiate and talk with somebody else. If you have no resolve, you basically are not able to negotiate anything. And negotiation sometimes is better than going to fight it out. And then we have metal. So metal is something that you have to acquire through the game. The way that they explain it is basically like your reputation as playing this character. So I've been trying to, obviously, as you can see, gather up a lot of metal, and this way you can purchase upgrades and you can help your character out throughout the progression of the game. You have coins or shills. Okay, this is the first day. I'm pretty sure when I played it and I almost got to the end, it was about 5 days. So I have a long way to go. And these are graft slots. So grafts are basically implants that your character can have. There's negotiation grafts and there's battle grafts. You can have up to 3. I mean, you can definitely have more, but they obviously cost a lot of money. And grafts are basically just there to help you out, depending on what you get and what you want to choose. It's not always great to have a lot of grafts, and it's not always great to have a lot of cards for battling and negotiation. You try to play up to your strength, whatever your strength is. Alright, so we have, again, the triage kit, this book of poems, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that, and the cranial incision. You can add a negotiation graph slot. So I'm not going to really add an extra graph slot because the last time I played, I didn't actually fill all of these up. So you don't have to fill them all up. You should play smart, right? Play to your strengths. I might take a look at this. So swing people to your side and you might just have a chance. So negotiation cards are always nice to have, especially because I usually do negotiation over fighting. So let's see. Oh, I like this card. So you double your composure on all arguments. And usually when you're first playing this game, you don't have any clue what these are. But, you know, again, right? It's hard to play it for the first round. That's why I'm kind of going through it and just playing it now after I've played it a few times already. This one doesn't seem that bad either. And it does have on the side here, it does have the little, words to describe what it is as well. So, evoke. Once per turn, play this card for free from whenever it is and the specified requirements are met. So you can attack a random opponent argument. You can play 4 hostility cards in a single turn. Well, when I've been playing this from before, I tried to do more of, I guess you could say, these green cards, which are the diplomacy cards, and this is like a hostility card. So you can either be like a diplomat, or you could just be a hostile brute. I've tried to be more of a diplomat when playing, but, maybe I'll switch differently this time around. For right now, though, I will take this card. I like double composure on all the arguments. It's just basically double the protection when you're making an argument there. So I'm going to accept that card. And I also get this one here. So build rapport, plead, or ergo. So I don't really like this one because you lose influence. It does also not take any action though, which does help you out a lot. So usually I might gain this. I usually do this card because then I get influence and I get composure applied to that influence. So influence is just basically helping these cards to be more powerful and stronger, so that instead of doing 0 damage to an opponent, you might do the maximum 3 damage to an opponent. Um, so I usually will take this card to kind of build up my negotiation and the diplomacy side, not necessarily like the hostile side. So I'll take those 2 cards there. So let's ask Fish about Havaria. Havaria? Havaria. Help me get my bearings. It's been a long time since I was last in Havaria. It's dirty and broken like always. If debt brokers were bad when you were a kid, it's worse now. Half the population is indentured, and them that hold contracts sell them to pay off their own. No wonder customs was so uptight on my way back in. Must be a lot of fraud. That ain't the half of it. The Admiralty is pushing for an official annex. They want to make everyone real Deltrian citizens with papers and everything. When first reading this story, it is a bit confusing, but basically this is your hometown Havaria, and Fish is like the only person that you have left in this town, and there are 2 main factions. So the Admiralty, which is basically a military force that's occupying this area, and they're trying to push everybody here to basically follow the rules, essentially. And then you have the other faction, which of course are like the bandits and the scum of people here that live here, because they don't want those rules to happen and take place. So in Havaria, you're joking. They say it'll stop illegal debt brokering. Now anyone with a hand in labor contracts is real ornery, from the poor to the powerful. You can imagine the reaction. Ugh, I can. Okay, well, let's ask about this annex that's happening. The annex can't be a popular move. Most come here to get away from the Admiralty. It ain't. Both the spree and the cult are in arms about it. The spree because they're criminals. The cult because they profit off the labor more than anybody. So I guess essentially there's 3 factions. The spree, which are the criminals. The cult, which are basically religious devout worshippers of Hesh, who is their jellyfish god, apparently. And then, of course, these guys here, the military. No need to tell me that. Well, the cult's been holding a big shindig in a few days. Their usual wheelin' and dealin' in the name of the divine. Word is, the Admiralty is gonna use it to make their proposition. Mandatory citizenship. It's gonna need to be a mighty good pitch to convince the cult, and I wouldn't put it past the spree to set fire to the whole affair, if they can. Fish casts a dour eye over the bar, like it's a garden on the near side of winter. Suffice it to say, kid, tensions are real high. You'd be smart to keep your head down instead of looking for trouble. Well, let's ask about Fish. How's she doing, our robotic-eyed friend here? So what do I owe you for this, Fish? A cut of my takings? Hesh no. I left my bounty hunting days behind me. I owed your parents once. I don't like leaving debts unsettled, even to dead folks. They were decent people, Sal Fallon. Watch, you don't end up like them. You know, even when you pay off the debts, the Derek still owns your name? I'm an Ick Derek now, or so they tell me. So yes, Sal was sold into slavery, and she's finally come out, and unfortunately she's branded though for life because of that. Yeah, that's some messed up bladder rack though. Yeah. Okay, and then here's the meat of our argument here, what we're trying to get to. You lined up work for me real fast. You some kind of mover here? Nah, I just know people, and people know me. You don't need to go after Kashio, kid. I have enough work to keep you busy. I spent my childhood in a lumen pipe because of her, and now she's worth more money than either of us can count. And she's more dangerous than either of us can figure. You go after her, and she'll clap back with a knife for each kidney. I may have 2 extras to spare, but you only got 2. I worked off a lifetime's debt in 10 years, just so I could get back here and settle the score. If you were my friend, you wouldn't be telling me to drop it. Oh, Hesh. That ain't what I meant. You know it ain't.
そのポシャ
I'll give you a roof, a bed, and at least one good meal a day. You live your life the way you want. It's yours.
Sarkasi.
I'll pay you back.
とそうしや
I know. Let's get you to work. Oh man, I really love Fish in this story. She's awesome. Truly, a person who is just supposedly paying a debt to your parents, but I feel like she goes above and beyond that. But that's alright. Let's see what work she has for us so far.
さなボソ
I got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Del, Topo, and Kuga. They're easy people to find.
スワンテトゥペ
Tell them I sent you, and they can settle their tabs by giving you work. Get that done, and I'll get you a plate of popped Anshu eyes on the house.
Pisha, pisha.
Bless your warty hide, Fish. I'll hold you to that. Okay, and then apparently, I don't know, this is a giant snail. I don't quite know what they look like, but I guess they're good for eating. Alright, so this is basically Murder Bay here, which is where, you know, of course, all the events and the crimes and everything take place. As you can see, this is definitely the military outpost here. The Grog and Dog is where Fish is. This is the main location that you try to go back to, and if you need to heal or if you need anything else for yourself. So let's see, we got a couple different quests that we can start off here in the beginning. And just to note, sometimes once you accomplish these quests, they leave, they do not stay. So you really gotta decide and pick which route you want to take, because they will be gone. So they're limited opportunities, basically. So debt collection. It is a very low difficulty. Battle and negotiation. Del lent Gura 104 shields to retrieve the money you can, or make an example of Gura to make Del happy. Okay, so we get a card to help on the quest, 85 shields, and then 1 medal, which is obviously this here. Let's see, the Slurping Snail. So this is travel insurance, and it's a battle. Topo needs you to safely escort one of her smugglers to the buyer. So you get to help pick a card on the quest. You remove a card from your deck, which can be important because you don't want way too many cards. You get 55 shells and 1 medal. Silence Arrival. Kuga is offering you money to lay a beat down on Vis. Just be careful not to take it too far. So you get a card to help on the quest. You get a vial of slurry, which is on the right hand side over there, which helps you gain an action during a turn. You get 50 shells and 1 medal for Sal. To be honest, I usually go for the one that pays me the most. The only thing is with this, I have a feeling because you're going to make somebody basically pay up, they're not going to be very happy with you. And again, you gotta be careful of which people like you and which people do not like you. So the only person you really actually start off with is Fish, who likes you. Apparently I started off with Ban as well, who's a smuggler. And, you know, you get certain boons and certain banes that will help you throughout the story. The one person that hates you, obviously, is Kashio, who is the person who sold you into slavery. And then I don't have anybody that dislike me right now, but you won't necessarily get something bad if the person dislikes you, but you don't want that person to move into the hate, because then they'll obviously give a bane, and it's hard to combat some of those things. Those two are battles. Well, so I guess I'll try to go for this one. I'm not sure, though. I don't want something bad to happen and then people hate me, but we'll see. We'll find out. Okay. And so these also pop up as well, so just because you might be heading to a location, you might have a random spawn that happens that can throw your day off, so just be careful of that. So let's see what happened in this opportunity. Your path is blocked by a ragged and breathless merchant. Hey, you wanna buy a rock? Real cheap. Just don't ask where it came from. So rock is a vicious four-legged omnivore used as an attack animal by the Admiralty. Or if it's healthy. Or trained. But it's yours if you have the shields. Sounds, I can't even buy it anyway, it's 100. But I mean, I could just have him hand it over, you know. Well, let's try ask him about this. What is going on here?
Anatsobuku.
So is it?
Kuna pasita.
I said don't ask about it.
Mitotasa.
But
Saltakiaha.
no,
Tenatuakasi.
just take it or leave it. I really like animals. If I did have the money, then I would pay for it right away, but I don't have the money. The only thing is that he's not talking about it, which is highly sus. Super, super sus. I could try to negotiate with him, which he does have less resolve than I do, but I know my deck isn't up to snuff yet. I don't have the cards that I particularly like yet. So I might just decline for right now.
Shokasasa.
No thanks. This seems a little fishy to me.
Kona sisel.
It's not a fish. It's a rock. Thanks for wasting my time. Pazlock skulks off, muttering angrily. Well, too bad, dude. If you get caught by the Admiralty, it's not my fault. Alright. So let's head back to what we were trying to do. Okay, wow. Fancy place we got here. Alright. Well, it seems like we only have this guy that we have to talk to. And so, yes, you usually have the glowing halo above them if they're part of the quest that you need to do. Word is, Dell fights for his workers, but nobody's ever really selfless in the Griftlands, right?
Lushelko.
Here's hoping another nuisance hasn't just walked in the door.
Tatsasushu.
Word is you got work for me?
Shosha.
I'm happy to help if the price is right.
Tiana tepoa.
I lent Gura 104 shills, and he's past due in me paying me back. So Gura is a civilian heavy laborer.
Pasukoba?
Do you want to see if you can go collect on it?
Panakyushu.
No problem. What do you want me to do if they don't have it, though?
Tipedor.
Make an example out of them so folks don't start thinking I'm a charitable operation.
Tashanta.
Either way, I'll see you get paid. Because I know you're no charity yourself. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Let's try this. Choose a card. Any card. So, judging by the actions, that's 1 action, 2 action, 1 action. Apply a bleed for each card play this turn. Gain combos equal to damage dealt by this card. If this card destroys an argument, gain 1 dominance. Well, if I'm looking at my deck, I have 12 negotiation cards and 11 battle cards. So I might take a battle card over a negotiation card, just because I have 1 less. And yeah, I like the bleeding. Bleeding helps. I'm not sure about the combos, but just this action point is going to kill me in the future, so I'll take that for now. Great! Now get to work. Alright, gee, thanks, boss. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. Okay, so there's my debt collection. I gotta find Gura. Alright, here we go. Let's see if he has the money that he needs. Okay, so we got our proprietor, Sentru. There's Gura there, who's our main person. And we got Chake. Now, usually before I start, I always try to just double click on the other people, just to kind of see if they'll help me out. Because sometimes they will, and sometimes they won't, so. Just because Sentru's in charge doesn't mean the labor's any lighter. Sentru nods in acknowledgement of your presence. Well, it's a start. So I could pay her to help me. That's pretty cheap, 45 shills. Not too bad, but I mean, I'm gonna take a look at my chances here. I also got Chake. The laborer rubs his elbows like it's been 10 years since they ran out of grease.
Sipun piashua.
Day to you. I can pay Chake to look the other way. Chake will stay out of any negotiation or battle. Paid off people will not hinder you in negotiations and fights. You give 30 shills. I haven't had to pay people off so far. Most times people honestly don't care or pay attention. Unless, of course, you're going to go in and maybe, like, kill these people. Then, of course, you know, that's a different story entirely. But I'm not looking to really kill Gura. Of course, maybe if I can negotiate him and giving the money back, that probably would be the best. If the strain of his brow is anything to go by, Gura might be open to a new line of work.
Tatosu.
Another day in the feud, So I can confront him about his debt. So, pay up or get really hurt. So those are the two options. So just basically negotiate with him or fight him. So I'm gonna confront him about it.
Se hukia?
You know Dell? He's hired me to collect.
Sansotoa.
Personally, I'd like this to go easy. But I'll leave it up to you.
Shiu-san-sa.
I have it. I was planning on taking it to Dell direct as soon as I got off shift.
Tiltakeka?
Why should I give it to you? What guarantee do I have that you're on the level? True, right? He could be lying though. We don't know if he's actually going to get off the shift and return the money to Dell, which is why you're here. So, let's see. Beat him to the pulp, but see, if I do that, he does get back up as that guy. So, usually I'll go with negotiation here, and his resolve is a much smaller price to pay than me having to go to fight him when he has backup there. So, I'm going to convince him to hand it over easy like. So here we go, negotiations battle. So negotiations can be a little tough when first playing it out in the story. I had to learn a lot and look at everything and kind of hover over everything, which is good to do. But basically this is like his health bar. He has 23 health that you need to take out in order for you to win the argument. I have 38, plus I also have a protection at the start of every round. If you notice, you will see a red arrow that is coming from his side, which means when it's his turn, he is going to attack me with 4 damage here. So I will receive 4 damage from him. You cannot get rid of this. This is a part of his turn and his actions, kind of I guess like his playable cards. So you know what he's going to do. As far as what this is, it could be any of these cards here, right? He might be souping up a 8-stack card or a 4-stack card, or maybe some kind of thing where he taxes you money or something. So you can't really tell what these are. You just gotta hope for the best. But first of all, I do need to protect myself from this attack, because if I lose all of my resolve, then obviously I lose the fight and I lose the battle. So we obviously have defense cards and we have attack cards here. So of course this is a hostility card, which is why it's red. I like to usually play the diplomacy cards here, and then of course the defense cards in order to protect myself here. So whenever you use a card, you have to apply it to something. So you obviously can't apply it to him. That's why it's red. You can't touch any of those things there. So I'm going to apply it to myself, and this should boost up my shield, or my composure, as they call it, in order to help me recoup some damage. So it's kind of, yes, like your shield in order to protect yourself. So it protects against incoming damage. So that's going to be taken care of. He will not do any damage to me. And I have 2 out of 3 actions left. So with that in mind, I am going to definitely attack him. Alright, so I got this card earlier, which is a build rapport card. So I gain 2 influence and apply 3 composure to it. And so this is going to add on to my circle here. So with this is all diplomacy cards deal the maximum damage, and it also has protection on it. So in case, well, for this turn, if he did have something that he was going to throw at me, it does have some protection on top of there. And now you notice this got increased heavily. So, and this is not just for this particular card. There's other cards inside of this deck that are negotiation cards. It did not do anything to this hostility card because this is for negotiation. This is not necessarily for being hostile. And so let's attack him here. I can't attack this or this because that's what he's planning to do. Once these come out, then I can attack that. So right now, he only has a 2-level shield, and let's try to attack him. And with all my actions points being spent, it's time to end my turn. And then as far as these here, you can concede the negotiation. And then you can also have flourish cards. So flourish cards basically are, I guess, your finishing cards, I guess, where they do some kind of extra special damage, or something that you can apply to your argument. But I'm only at 2%. You need to fill this up by 100% in order to get everything you know, the card to unlock over there. So I'm gonna end my turn.
Secure path?
Okay, so he did attack me with that attack, however, it didn't do any damage there. I do see he's gonna attack me again with the same attack. Okay, and he's gonna apply composure, that means he's gonna put a shield onto this. And this, it's diplomacy cards deal -1 damage with a maximum of 1 damage. So he basically destroyed my cards over here, so they're not gonna be as strong. What I'm going to do though, well, is obviously I have to take care of this. Make sure he doesn't attack me and kill me. And, well, even though these do just 2 damage, that's okay. I can still attack this and get rid of this, actually. And I can attack it again, and then once this is destroyed, my diplomacy cards go back to normal, and any extra damage will be directed at him here, so. So, that's it. That's it for all of my actions. So, just playing it smart. Let's see. Alright, so he got 2 shield back. He's gonna deal, okay, so he's gonna deal 4 damage to my diplomacy. He's really trying to undermine me here. So, I don't have to apply composure just to here. I can apply composure to my diplomacy card as well. And so that kind of protected it a little bit. So it will get hit with 1 damage, which is fine. That's totally fine. Let's see. So I'm gonna attack him here with this. Okay, and then I could use my threaten card, or I could use a quick thinking card. So I'd improvise a card from a spool of special cards. I might just use this card for right now, because then I get a list of cards that I can use at my disposal. So I can do a debate on him, I can apply 3 composure, or I could draw 2 other cards. Now this would be bad because I have no actions left. So I'm actually gonna just, I could attack him, basically, or I could apply composure. So I'm actually just gonna attack him. And that wasn't really good, but, you know, this is the basics. This is why just starting off at the beginning is really hard, because you usually have, like, terrible resolve, and you have some cards that you really need to level up and get going with, so. Let's see. So he did that, which is fine. And then he got this. So, this is nice. So, when I destroy this, he actually loses 6 resolve. He's still trying to attack this, but, you know, I'll just, try to protect that one more time. And even if I get rid of it, that's okay, because I can get this card again and I can redo it. So, I might actually destroy this. And he got 7 damage from that. And I'll just attack him again, because I know that card's going to be destroyed, so. Actually, I could save it, because I would add composure to it. I'll just save it for now. Okay, so now that's 6. So that'll save me from that. This incoming damage here. The only thing I wish about this game is I wish it had more action points. Because sometimes when you get into harder battles, you really, really need that, that action. You need some help with that. But, you know, it is what it is. So I might take 3 damage here. And I don't have any cards to really protect me, so the only thing I really probably could do is this. So basically attack him and try to do these other attack cards and see if maybe it would be enough to bring him down. Because even if I do this, that would only be take off 1 damage from me. Which I could do, but if I want to end it, then I could maybe try to do these other cards. My threatened cards. You never know, I might just get a 4, right? And with this card, I could select an inspiration or an attitude, but I don't really need the influence right now because I have the influence here, which is strong enough already. So I just need to do this. Okay, so that was good. Let's pray. Okay, and then so because that obviously didn't go so good, I'm gonna double my composure. So at least I'll only get hit for 2 instead of getting hit for 3.
Casalucha.
Okay, so he got a shield added on. He's now hitting for 5. I got a debuff here, which is fatigued. And he has impatience. So his intents and arguments deploy with extra damage, basically. So that means we should try to get rid of him as fast as we can. It's good that he's attacking this thing at the end of this turn because, you know, I'm gonna just try to take him out as fast as I can. So I'll get rid of this first. And this one here. And then I'm going to just try to save myself on this one. And let's see how this plays out. So that'll be... basically, I'll be okay over here because this is 3 plus 1, so that's 4. And then I have 1 shield, so that's 5. So my resolve should be fine. It shouldn't change. He's going to attack that. Yeah. Alright. So I did lose my card over there, but that's alright. I could destroy this because he would lose 6 resolve automatically. And it's probably the easier card to do. And then, oh look, I got this card back, so. Now my card's increased again, so. This is why I don't usually do the hostility cards, because it's hard to get the hostile cards. I haven't seen as many of those. So that's why I always go like the negotiation route, just because it's a little bit easier for me. But let's destroy this, and let's see you later. So we won the negotiation. Nice. So you always usually get to pick a negotiation card or a battle card if you did a battle. I earned a medal, and I can restore health, but my health is full. So let's see. Negotiation card. Gain 2 influence, and in return lose influence. Spend 1 influence, draw 2 cards, attack once for each action available. So with this means, I don't know, I've never quite figured this part out yet, where it has an X on top of here. So I'm not sure what that might mean, but basically attack for each action available. So I guess if you have actions available, then you can launch an attack, but most of the time you try to use up your actions. I kind of like this card because then I get 2 influence, even though it takes it away. The influence will raise my diplomacy cards though, so especially when I have certain cards that have like a high range of damage later on in the game, and it doesn't cost anything to me, so I'll probably take that card. All right, we're getting into it here. So earn a victory medal and restore health, which won't do anything. Alright, so just pay up, and this will all go away. Fine. Take it, and give it back to Dell. I just want this to be over. See? Nothing to it. Alright. And oh, he stayed neutral to us. Nice. Okay, well, you did have a debt to pay, dude, so let's go back, and let's report our victory. So good. Nothing else really popped up, so that means we go straight here. Hopefully we don't have a incident along the way. Nice. Alright, and here you are.
Uncle-san.
What brings you back? So, you could deliver his money to give him the 104 shills. You can convince Dell that you sent Gura a message. So I'm not quite sure what that might mean. And you can tell Dell you can't recoup Gura's debt. Well, you could be a criminal and keep all the money yourself. Or I guess you could convince him that you did a lot of damage to him. But usually I play the route of the nice person, because I don't try to make enemies in this game. So I just will give him the money that he's supposed to be owed. And we get paid the 55 for doing the good job. So, and I gain 1 medal. And also I get 30 shows. And also he likes me. Yay. And you're a jerk, but whatever. Thanks for your services, pal. Here's your cut. I'll be sure to mention you if anybody else needs work doing. Just tell them to look for Sal Ikderek. They'll know me by the trail of satisfied customers I leave in my wake. Ah. Okay, now also in addition to talking to him, I can give money, and it gives me a boon, which at the start of each negotiation add a random authority card to your draw pile. Well, it will cost me $100 though, and he will eventually love me, but that's okay. I don't need people's love just yet. I just need people to like me and not hate me. So, let's leave this place. Okay. Seems like we have a lot of things happening right now. So these are limited opportunities, so as soon as you pick one, you will not be able to access it after that. Let's see. Get brain gills. Your friend Bon has a gift for you. So if she has a gift for me, then I will get this card, and this card basically is the next card played this turn gains 3 additional XP, and then you expend it and replenish. Okay, so that means this card will be removed for the rest of the negotiation, so you won't be able to use it again. Unless, of course, you have a way to bring back cards from the discard pile. And then, once you use this card, it will draw another card for you. And then we have this opportunity. A rare lumen fissure has opened up in the bedrock here. Funny things happen when the raw lumen vapors go untapped. So I'm just gonna assume that because it has a heart here and it has a plus, then it's gonna obviously deal with this because it's the same exact symbol. So I don't need health right now, so I probably will go take the card, and then we'll take a look at what these are after. So let's go see our friend Bon. Oh, okay, so there's Bon. Well, what's happened over here? There's another glowing thing here. And then we have Trina. So, let's maybe talk to Trina, see if she has anything. Trina's fiery temper is matched only by the explosive mixtures she enjoys dabbling with. She looks like she's guarded with explosives. Didn't think my day would involve a grifter dealing. Yeah, well, you never know. So these cards will be destroyed after so many uses inside of your deck. This is why they are sold by vendors constantly, and it's always good if you are able to check with the vendors to see what they have in order to, you know, spice up your deck, and it will help if you need it. So, like, a vial of slurry, pretty expensive, 75 shells, but you gain an action point, so, I mean, sometimes that comes in handy when you need to just take another turn and protect yourself, or you know, deal some damage. But I don't need to really do that right now, so I will just leave her alone. So see you later. Let's try talk with this guy, Frinwin. Frinwin? I have no idea. Let's see. Frinwin's family dedicated her to the cult at a young age, but she's taken to it better than most. Oh, so she's a part of the cult of the high priest. The Hesh priest.
Sunakan Boana?
You seek me to be closer to Hesh, daughter? So I have an opportunity here. She has offered me a reward to rescue Umrit from bandits. It gives me some things. And this quest will not be available again once I leave this place, because this place will disappear off the map. So, I don't know, but that's the thing. I don't know if I take this quest and all the other quests will be done. The ones that are outside on the map. Well, so I'll keep that in mind. Let's just go see our friend Bon, who apparently is like this, and yeah, she's gonna give us that gift, so. Bon is happy to see you. Hey, Sal, I found something the other day. Made me think of you. You don't have to take it if it'll bog you down, but it's yours. Well, it seemed like it's an okay card, and honestly, it doesn't cost any action points, so. You gained a negotiation card, Brain Gills. Sure, Bon. Thanks. But that's a good use, yeah? Ah. Okay, so, of course, because she's my friend, I can, get this here. But it's gonna rob me of all my money, so no. And then I can eject a patron on my behalf, but I'm not gonna eject anybody right now. Question is, though, once I leave, I'll have to lose this, but I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad quest. Only thing I don't really like is that I have to remove a card from my deck. So you can look at your deck at any time, and you know, the cards inside of my deck honestly are not that bad. These are the starter cards that you get. And as you can see, they have basically level up bars here. But you know, I haven't obviously been using it that much to really level it up. And these are the general cards that people get started with, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to take her quest on that. Because the money ain't bad, but I remove a card from my deck, which I don't have a lot of cards to begin with, so maybe not. Maybe I will leave her alone for right now. Oh, and I guess that is actually that one. Okay, no wonder why. I was like, what's happening? Alright. Let's see. Early retirement. Aloe is hoping to get Shake fired so her friend can take over. Aloe just needs your help making it happen. This is a challenging quest. And you get paid more money. You pick a graph from a random draw. So that means I can pick one of these that will help me. But it's going to definitely be harder. Repo person. Queek's business partner, Pazlock, has gone missing with a buyer's money. Find Pazlock and complete the sale before the buyer gets angry. Restore 30 health or 15 resolve. 65 shows. Well, I don't necessarily need to restore anything right now. So I'm gonna hold off on that one. I might go for the challenging quest, which I know is gonna be challenging, but I think I can do it even if though my deck is a little short-handed. I think I can do it though. So let's see how this plays out. Okay, we have tons of people here, and we got a lot of admiral, whatchamacallit, the military inside of here. I usually, again, talk to everybody, see what's hanging, what's going on. A good bartender knows how to mix a drink. The better bartenders know how to mix fight. Icro knows both. Aye. So I can buy some things here. Spice noodles, gain 2 power. Ambush, destroy after use, 2 uses. Zesty noodles, give person 2 fluster, draw a card. Okay. Hearty noodles, gain 2 actions, draw a card. Ambush, destroy after. Oh, okay. Well, are they all the same? They're all the same price. Oh. You know what? I might actually spend my money to buy one of these. And then it will be destroyed later on, so... So this one is... An attack damage is increased by 1. Automatically is placed in your hand at the start of battle. And then it'll be destroyed at the end. This effect is added to the opponent's arguments, which is Incept. Flustered. Reduces damage by 33%. Remove 1 stack at the end of owner's turn. Hardy. Automatically placed in your hand, and then it gets destroyed later. After 2 uses. I honestly like the extra action. Especially 2 actions, so... That means I can definitely attack or defend if I need to. Who are you, you sad-looking fella? Akele's made a reputation of keeping her chin up and taking the blows that come her way. Not sure that's a reputation anyone should want, really. No, I didn't know it was a girl. Sorry, my bad. The Shroak looks you up and down in suspicion. Okay, well, I guess I can't really interact with it. What about you, Gao? Gao has one of those faces you love to hate, or hate to love. It's interchangeable, really. This uniform itches like you wouldn't believe. Okay, I did not need to know that. TMI. Okay, Tima. Where there's a Tima, there's a way. Unfortunately, the way might just be closed to you. Keep on the good side of the Admiralty, and your livelihood will benefit all the more for it. Oh, thanks. Not sure if I like you guys yet. And Topo. Nobody in Havaria's ever heard of a smuggler with a heart of gold, and anybody in Havaria's ever heard of Topo. It's unlikely the two are related. Smuggler with a heart of gold? I hardly doubt that. The Shroak looks you up and down with suspicion. So I guess they don't really like me, I don't know. Maybe because I worked for that guy and that guy was part of the Admiralty, so. But it's weird because she's sitting and having a drink with him. But, well, Gen. Folks say Gen, or Jen, has been seen talking to revolutionary types. But how would anyone know? It's not like they wear a uniform. Well met, traveler. Oh, at least you're nice. Other people in the military are not nice at all. Alright, here's the person we're looking for. It's clear at a glance that Alo dislikes her job. Maybe making it a little more pleasant might earn you some traction. Watch yourself. Okay, well, you might hate me after this. So I'm gonna give her some early retirement. Well, somebody else some early retirement. I'm here in business, actually. You wanted a hunter? Ah, right. A friend of mine is coming to town, and they need a job. Unfortunately, all the best jobs are taken, often by unqualified dreck. Chake in particular. I've written letters of complaint to his superiors, but nothing's been done. Chake. Oh. Wow, after you wrote letters of complaint and everything. Right? My friend needs that job, so I want you to get Chake fired. With force, if necessary. So I'm gonna assume that Chake is not gonna like me after this. But we'll try it. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I get to pick a negotiation card to help me out. Let's see here. Calm. Apply 2 composure or shield to all friendly arguments. So that means if I have everything inside my little bubble, it's gonna give me 2 shield to everything. Spend 1 influence, and this is intrigue. So spend 1 influence and deal an additional 3 damage. That's not bad. It's an attack card, right? Let's see. And then this is a hostility card. Oppress. If this card destroys an argument, gain 1 dominance. Kind of like the composure card, just because it'll protect me in the future. And I don't know, I don't think I have that many shield cards. Yeah, I only have 3 shield cards. So, well, and that one. But that you know, I can only have so many shield cards as possible. And my deck is still kind of small, so I might take this one. Sure, why not? Should be an easy task. Sentru is the site supervisor. She's the one you'll want to convince. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, I'll see you later. I'll get my job done, no worries. Alright, and then hopefully nothing surprises us on the road, and I still got pretty good resolve left, and no fighting just yet, so... of course. Surprise, surprise. It's dangerous out on the roads, but not every encounter is an ambush. Queek approaches you with empty hands and an honest eye. Hi there, Hunter. You looking for reinforcement? I may not be licensed, but I've got a strong arm and a steady aim. And I prefer jobs on the level where I can get them. You want me at your flank. I can be there for 95 shills. Okay. I need my negotiation in order to talk to the guy after this. So if I negotiate with her, I'm going to want to not take a lot of damage. Because that's a steep price. I'm going to be left with not a lot of money after that. But I always like the help. Backup is nice. Especially if it breaks out into a fight. You want some backup on your side. Alright, let's try this. It's a bit more of my take than I'd like to give. Alright. She got something hidden. She's gonna attack me with 4 let's see. I'm gonna just use this, and I'm gonna apply composure, and then I'll do this to build my influence, and then I'm gonna fast talk her to get rid of this. Alright, and that ends my turn, but I am protected, so she is not going to be able to hit me. Let's see what she has up her sleeve. Oh, and I guess it deflected back to her, so... Oh well. Let's see. Crafty. Intense and target previews are hidden. Oh man. So that means I don't know what she's gonna do. Alright, so I guess I should get rid of that first. Just kind of see what she might have up her sleeve. Okay, so it's gonna be 4 damage again. So I'm just gonna protect myself again. And then I will attack her again. Alright, so it's slowly going down, and then I'll be protected. So... Okay, it's nice that it's also being reflected. I don't know why it's reflecting. See? Again, I don't understand these things. She's gonna attack me with 4. Alright. Let's protect. I'll set up my, let's see. I only have a threaten card. So I could improvise. I get a card from a pool of special cards. And let's see. I could attack her again with that. Or have a flustered. So the flustered will give her 33% reduced damage. But I might just want to end this quickly, so I'm going to just do that. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, that was nice. Okay. Whew. And then I don't necessarily need to play this card because it's gonna... I'm gonna lose it at the end of my turn anyway, so... Yes. Alright. Okay. Ploy. Targets an opponent's argument each turn for 2 or 2 damage, so she really wants to get rid of that, apparently. But she is gonna die, so... The argument's over. Nice. Okay. Pick a negotiation card. Yeah, I already have that card. Spend 1 influence, deal an additional 3 damage. Rapid fire. Attack a random argument. Spend all influence. Attack again per influence spent. No. I don't think that's a good idea. Spend 1 influence, deal an additional 3 damage. That might be worth it. If it deals an extra 3, so that could be 6. Yeah, let's use that. So my deck is becoming increasingly better. So again, I have a lot of negotiation, not so much hostility cards. Let's see. I can upgrade this card. So I could go this route. Restore 5 resolve and apply 5 composure, but then the card is destroyed and it's removed permanently. So I don't really like that. I might just apply 3 composure, but then I draw another card after that. So I'll go with that. And I earn my medal, and I restore health, which I don't need to. Be reasonable. I gotta keep my money for myself, don't I? Yeah, I guess we all gotta make a living. I'll call it 65 shills, but only 'cause you're a hunter. Expect you to have my back as much as I have yours. Alright, that's a lot of a better price. Like, the other price was, like, so much harder, so... I didn't lose any resolve, so... Perfect. Yeah, sure. No sense breaking a sweat when I can't employ the locals, right? Got it, boss. Glad we could do business. Just lead the way. Nice. So in case if I do lose... And by the way, party members are up here. But in case if I do lose and I do have to fight him... that'll definitely help, so... Let's see. Oh, okay, we had a couple people here. Hey, Gura. I met with you earlier. Hello, Sal. I could pay him to look the other way for 30 shills, but that's okay. You are the person she said to talk to, and you are the person I'm supposed to get rid of, so.
Tadeki.
Greetings once again. Convince Sentru to fire Jake. Jake, not Jake. That's kind of close. Let's see, what is this? Hello again. Convince him to leave the job. Again, close. Or I could just attack him, but he would dislike you, and he would also get backup. Well, I'm going to take a pause here and tune in to see what I am actually going to play out as, if I want to attack him or negotiate with him directly, or I could do the backhanded route and talk with her. But that's all for right now, guys. Hopefully you'll join me again for some more Griftlands.